Hello friends, and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming, and back to Always Remember Me. When we left off, we were called to the hospital to talk to Aaron's doctor after work, so let's go. See, as soon as I entered the hospital, I met with Eddie. He nodded at me and made a gesture to follow him into his office. I took a deep breath, vaguely registering the sound of our footsteps tapping their way through the corridor. Eddie led me to his office, and I distantly noticed his occasional glances, but was too absorbed in my own frantic thoughts to care. We stepped through the door, and he quietly closed it behind me. "Please, have a seat." I sunk into a cushioned chair in front of the desk and watched him hopefully. "Tell me how he can get better." "Well, you have to understand that his condition is somewhat difficult to treat. We'll, of course, be encouraging his memory to return by talking to his family and friends, putting him in situations of previous memories, things like that. The therapist can tell you more about exactly what they'll be doing, but there's also the possibility of prescribing him certain medicines, but we only keep that option open for extreme cases." I nodded, hanging on to his every word. "The key is that he regains his memory slowly and carefully. This sort of psychology is not my specialty, but we have to be careful of any psychological stress. Amnesia is tricky to begin with. We can't risk any more complications by trying to force him to remember. And, neural tissue doesn't just come back." My heart sank. "So what you're saying is, he won't be remembering me anytime soon?" He looked at me kindly. "Probably not, but there is a way you can help." "How? Tell me. I'll do anything." "Well, you know him very well. It would be a great help if you could think of situations that might help him regain some memories, situations from his past. Places he's been, activities he likes, things like that." I nodded my head slowly, trying to reconcile myself to all the unbelievable things that had happened recently. I don't know. I'll just go ahead and save. I do. I don't know. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything if I don't get Eddie's approval. It'd be nice to know what his selections are, though. Let's just cry. It's been a hard day. But the truth was difficult to accept, and as full, awful realization sank in, my tired mind and body could bear it no longer. Tears formed unwittingly at the corners of my eyes, and they dripped down my face in rivulets. My shoulders began to shake as I covered my face with my hands, trying desperately to muffle the sounds of lamentation. Eddie hovered awkwardly, uncomfortable, and at a near-total loss of what to do. Pulling himself together, he walked forward and knelt on the ground in front of me and rested his hands on my shoulders. "Miss Amarantha." "Call me Amy." "Amy. It'll be all right. It's not that bad." "Do you really think so?" "I know so. It's very encouraging that he didn't lose his entire memory, only that of the last few years. And even if it doesn't come back, you can always make new memories." I nodded at his words and smiled, wiping away tears. "Hooray!" "Thank you, Eddie. Now excuse me, Miss Amy, but I have to go." "Thanks, Eddie." Let's see. Well, I need to increase my morale. That's all I can do, right? Yeah. The library is my favorite place to be. Here I can borrow new books to read at home, practice my writing skills, or during the weekends I can attend creative writing courses in the evening. I can also use the library's computer Oh yeah, to access or review my books and check my email. New books arrive every Monday and Friday, so I must make sure to come here on those days if I want to have a chance to get new books. Sweet! Discipline up, energy down, morale and some stats up. Culture and creativity up. I need to get my morale up, so I'm going to read, I think.
Bring it on!
I had forgotten that the characters in the book were so fun. It's an old book, so it can't be that great. It's late, I need to go back home now. I must go to sleep now. Tomorrow I have work. Oh, I see.
Yes!
Getting my morale back is not an easy thing. Next morning, I decided to follow Eddie's suggestions. I grabbed a book from my library, the first book of the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. Aaron loved it. I'm going to bring it with me at the next time, or bring it with me at the hospital next time. That makes a lot of sense. And read the book to him. That's pretty cool. And then maybe if like you guys read it together before, then it might help him remember that time. I need to hurry. My morning shift at the ice cream shop starts soon. No, there it is. With the convenient arrow. I had just started my shift when I heard a familiar voice. Amy? I looked up from the change in the cash register that I was counting to meet his gaze. Yes? I wanted to talk to you about what happened. Yes? Lawrence looked away, unable to continue looking at me in the eye. He was always rather shy, and he often resorted to text messages since he was more comfortable with it. That's adorable. You know, I'll always be here. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'd be glad to listen. After all, we're friends, right? Right. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate that.
Yes!
Okay, so
That was easy.
talking to Lawrence might be nice. I quickly changed clothes, eager to give the book to Aaron and to see if he remembers it. And if not, it'll boost his spirits. When I arrived at the hospital, I was surprised when the receptionist said that there was already someone visiting Aaron. Ooh, is it his Faja? At first I was glad to hear that, since it probably meant one of his friends had come to drop in for a visit. Even if it was just one of his friends from school, talking to people he used to know would probably help him with his memory. However, when I entered the room, what I found was anything but pleasant. I stopped in the doorway and stared for a moment, my eyes widening as my heart went cold. No clear thoughts passed through my mind, and I couldn't seem to bring myself to take even one step closer. Who are you? Abigail, Aaron's ex-girlfriend, was seated beside him. She wore a smile that was so obviously fake it almost made me sick to see it. I knew all too well why they broke up. Quite a while before we got together, she was a manipulative girl who never really loved him. The idea that the lapse in his memory would make him think that she was his real girlfriend. I found myself shuddering at the thought. Oh, Amy, good morning. Who are you? I didn't reply, simply staring as the reality of the situation sank in. Abigail knew perfectly well who I was. She was just acting. She's a friend of mine. She came here to visit me yesterday. Oh, I see. Don't you know who I am, Abigail? Well, I don't think I'd remember someone as ordinary looking as you. Whoa, I'm just gonna give him the book and walk away. Yes, that sounds... Ooh, I don't think I like you. I see. Well, anyway, I brought a book for you, Aaron. Oh, really? Yeah, it was one of your favorites. It's the first book of the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. That sounds really familiar. Isn't that a child's book? I pulled the soft-cover book out of my purse as I walked over to sit down in the chair on the other side of his bed. Technically, it's young adult. Oh, was the main character's name Bobby? I smiled as I handed him the book, and then a look of recognition came over his face. That's right. We would always pre-order the new books as they came out of the bookstore. They were such fun to read. I remember this. I got into it a long time ago. I was so young, but they were too fun to read to grow out of. Right? Well, I think I've heard of it once, too. Thanks for bringing this, Amy. I really like this book. You can keep it if you want. Never stoop to their level. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, if you like, I could read it to you if you don't feel well enough. How about I read it to him? There are quite a few books in the series. How about you each read me one? He's trying to balance. Aaron smiled cheerfully as he asked the question, and even though Abigail frowned at me for a moment before faking another smile for Aaron, I couldn't help but feel somewhat satisfied with myself. It was a small step, but at least he remembered something that didn't involve Abigail. I don't know what her intentions are, but Abigail is unlikely to get up early in the morning, so I'll only find her here in the hospital visiting Aaron in the afternoon or evening. Oh. Unfortunately, since I work every morning until noon, that means that I won't have many occasions to see him alone. That's irritating. Good to know, though. I might have to skip out on a shift or two to see Aaron. Anywho's, let's go see what's up with Lawrence. I can't do that. Never mind. I thought he worked all day. Oh, it's sunset. My bad. Morale.
Awesome!
Hooray.
Bring it on!
It's really slow. I need to hurry. My morning shift starts soon. There we go. Today, I was seated morosely at the counter of the ice cream shop, my coworker Lawrence trying to cheer me up. I nibbled meditatively at my chocolate ice cream cone, trying not to feel like my entire life had changed without my control or consent. Soon, there came a tinkling from the door, signifying that somebody else had entered. I didn't look up from the annoyed look on Lawrence's face. I knew it was Hugh. Sup, Hugh? Why does Lawrence not like you? He was an immature boy that often hangs around some of my friends. He is always around me, but I'm not really sure what he wants from me. Amy, babe, what's cooking besides you? Dork. Hugh, stop. Now is not the time. Hugh looked from Lawrence to me and did a double take. Whoa, you don't look so good. What's wrong? Your dog died? I didn't reply, and Lawrence gave him another dangerous sort of look. Hugh seemed to deflate a little. No, seriously, what's wrong? I don't see any harm in telling him. I mean, will it piss Lawrence off if I tell him? Can I lose points with other characters by... I gave him a baleful look, and on a whim proceeded to recount the entire story. The date, the horrible way it had ended in a car crash, and Aaron's amnesia. By the time I was done, I was nearly in tears again. Saying the whole thing out loud made it even more awfully true than it already was. Hugh stood there, mouth hanging wide open. It took a while for him to think of something to say, and when he finally did, it was with a very serious, somber expression. Amy, sweets, are you okay? I considered the question. He'd said it with so much concern that I felt quite touched. I gave him a small smile. Not exactly, but I'll be fine, I think. Thanks.
Yay!
Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray again! Alright, noon. I guess I could visit Aaron. What happens if I go here? Alright. Lawrence relationship and culture up if success. Oh, that's kind of cool that it tells you that it affects the relationship as well. Oh. No interaction, just...
Bring it on!
Oh, that's kind of cool. Talking with Lawrence was really nice. He knows a lot of book and movie authors. Like, knows, or just knows of? Anywho's, let's go somewhere. Phone friends.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good chunk of morale. Oh, I do need to work on my romance.
Wasn't expecting this.
Oh no! I broke everything. My bad.
Awesome.
Well, at least I made my morale above 50. I guess my morale has to be really high to write a poem. Good to know. Ah, the weekend. I can relax and do anything I like today. If I really need the money, I can still do overtime at the ice cream shop. Doing overtime during weekends brings very good money. Or I could go visit Erin in the morning.
Awesome.
Even though if it was mostly small talk, I feel like it helped us get closer. Gosh, he looks so bored. It also helped my morale quite a bit. Oh no, Abigail has come to visit Erin. Oh, I see. And I guess it increases my morale some, or I mean it increases the chance of failure if she's there, I would think. Oh, shopping center. I have $101. It's so big and packed with tons of shops. My favorite is the bookstore, of course. Hugh's clothing shop is here if I want to pay him a visit. Aha! Does he own it or does he just work there? It's open every day from Monday through Saturday. There's also a nice restaurant if I want to get a snack or a meal. Lastly, on Saturday and Sunday, I can attend some art courses. Painting and clay are my favorites. They're a bit expensive, but it can really boost my stats. They start in the evening. Neat. Morale down, morale up and buy item, energy down. I kind of want to go shopping, see what I can buy. Let's see, new books, elegant dress, Jesus! Wow, that $101 means doodly squats. Sporty shoes. Get better results from doing physical exercise, get better results from cooking at home. You'll be able to use it to write a book in your bedroom. Ah, $300. Kanaros plushie. Oh, favorite manga when he was a kid. Okay, that's a Aaron present. Got it. Relaxing infusing, classical music, very useful in writing. You can read them at home or in the library or to Aaron. Ew. What's the cheapest one on the list? I guess I'm going to save for the pear notebook. Does it change every day? I sure hope not. I'm done. It did not. My morale did not go up. Oh well. Let's see. Town's main gym is really cool. There are 2 big pools where I can practice swimming and several pieces of equipment I can use. Doing physical activity is a really good way to increase morale and morale. I keep saying moral. Morale and discipline. However, the gym is quite expensive. I can buy a 1-day ticket for a family-friendly pool for $5, but it's often very crowded by parents and their loud kids. I can get access to the gym for $75 a month. Getting access to both the gym and the exclusive pool is $100 a month. Ew! Ew! That's ridiculously expensive! Ew! I'm gonna update my blog.
Aww.
Why is that bad? Gosh darn it! I just wanted things. This is the last unread book I have right now. I can reread my old ones, but I should really get a new book or new books from the library, or even better, buy new ones from the mall.
That was easy.
Cool. Go to sleep. I should talk to Aunt Gwenda? Yeah, Aunt Gwenda.
Awesome.
There we go. I'm feeling much more better. Oh, it's 'cause it's Sunday. Okay, I was like, weekend. Like, already? But no. What can I do here? Morale up, random bonuses. Morale up, energy down. Let's do some jogging.
That was easy.
Just 2 morale.
Oh no.
A group of boys started playing soccer nearby. They made a lot of noise, and I even got hit with the ball. This wasn't relaxing at all. Well, that was a utter and total waste of my time. I'm gonna visit Aaron. Even if Abigail's there.
Woohoo!
Hooray! Despite Abigail's annoying presence, I still managed to talk with Aaron for a while. How do I increase romance? It's gotta... Le Chateau is one of the most exclusive restaurants in town. Because of that, I have to... Or if I want to have dinner there, I should wear an elegant dress. The chef was a real, maitre? I don't know how to say that word. Full of creativity, and I could learn much from his dishes if I get the chance to have dinner here. I don't have an appropriate dress to come here. I need to buy something really elegant. That's cool. Trendy disco pub. Until sunset, but after sunset is when it really comes to life. During the weekend, you can attend live concerts, and from Monday to Friday, you can have a drink, dance, or eat some really good dishes. Unlike the expensive restaurant, which requires elegant clothing, I can come here even in casual clothes. Tonight is a live concert of a hip-hop band. Neato. Sure.
Who's awesome? I'm awesome.
See, I don't know why. I mean, I like that they have the voice acting, but it's kind of silly. It's late. I need to go back home.
Who's awesome? I'm awesome.
I'm awesome. Ice cream!
Who's awesome? I'm awesome.
That's so irritating now. I don't want it to be, and it is. As soon as my shift ended, I headed to the hospital with more books in my bag to see if they could help Aaron regain his memory. When I arrived at the hospital, I went straight to Aaron's room with several heavy bags of books in my arm. Hi, Aaron's dad! I was surprised to find quite a crowd gathered in his room. In addition to Abigail, his scornful ex-girlfriend, Asha was there as well. Aaron's father was a well-known and wealthy businessman who was often away on business. It must have been the first time he came to visit his son since the accident, since the scene I walked in on was rather emotional. Good morning, everyone. Amy? Oh, you're back again? I was surprised by their cold reactions and saw the mascara running down Abigail's face that she had been crying. She still looked distressed, but I remained skeptical of the legitimacy of her reactions. She had been a heartless scam of a girlfriend when they were together, and I doubted that she had changed her ways in all the time they were apart. I brought some books for Aaron. He can't read them on his own. He'll get a headache. That's okay. I plan to read to him. Abigail offered to as well. Maybe I should be the only one to read to him until he's well enough to read on his own. Why? What? Why? If I may interject, I know I have been away for too long considering my son's condition, but I can't say I forgive you for your recklessness, Amy. Excuse me? This incident never would have happened if you weren't being so frivolous that night. What? What on earth do you mean? You heard him. I heard him. That doesn't mean I understand what the fuck he's saying. I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know that you two should have been more careful. Yeah, but he was the one driving. You were the only one with him, so you should have been more thoughtful instead of putting both of you at risk. Excuse me? You may not realize the severity of this since you were barely injured, but Aaron's suffering from great pain both physically and psychologically because of you. I felt almost dizzy for his accusations. Aaron, are you hearing this bullshit? It was terribly upsetting and hardly made any sense. I felt surges of several different emotions, mainly defensiveness and anger. I knew more than they did about what he was going through. Since I had to be here at his side the entire time, it was more real to me than either of them. And even the mere thought of the incident being my fault made my heart ache. After all that had happened, even if I didn't believe that it was true, that was the very last thing I wanted to hear. Tell him to stop talking about the accident, I think. I'm more worried about what Aaron feels, since they're deciding to be assholes in front of him. I'm sorry if this sounds harsh, but if you're that worried about him, then you really shouldn't be talking about the accident right now. Do you think he likes hearing about it all the time? Asher still looked rather offended by my words. You think you have the right to say that? As I said, I apologize if I'm being too blunt, but it's true. The accident is exactly that, an accident. But as I said, it isn't going to help him if you two keep bringing this up all the time. You shouldn't talk back to your elders. Bitch, please. I'm just telling the truth. It's an important matter of discussion. Don't try to brush it off. Aaron's still in shock. Please be considerate of that. Well, you're right that we shouldn't put any unnecessary stress on him. If you do want to talk to me further, let's do it elsewhere, okay? You should be just as considerate of his condition if you're so worried. Of course I'm worried. I'm his girlfriend. Oh, bitch, no. Very well then. Aaron? Yes? I'm sorry for bringing this up right now. Please get adequate rest here so you can recover faster, my son. Abigail? What? She glared at me pointedly when I questioned her. An apology? I'm not apologizing to you. I mean Aaron. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't realize I was doing anything wrong. Muttering a brief goodbye, Asher left the room without another word. I'm gonna kill her. Nobody will find the body. I really don't like that bitch. Alrighty then. Like, really? Really? You come in, you saw him niche it out, and you're like, I'm his girlfriend. No, bitch, you ain't. Even if I wasn't a girlfriend, you can't be doing that bullshit. I don't know what to do anymore. Hold on. I'm gonna phone friends. Oh no, so much noise last night. Neighbors, traffic, people. Sometimes I wish I wasn't living in such a big town. Oh, come on! I'm so close to fulfilling my morale bar.
Yeah.
Just bouncing music.
That was easy.
I was very kind and people rewarded me accordingly. Hooray! Alright, now what am I doing? Today is Tuesday. Gwenda. Nina's my cat, my bad. Gwenda told me some romantic stories from when she was young. Uncle Tom was really a nice person. It's a pity she lost him several years ago. I was only a kid then. Huh. I really like this music. Cook something? Wow, that is expensive. My food turned out very good. Expensive shit, though. Alright, watch TV. There's a romance movie on. Aw, love stories. Sleep time.
Who's awesome? I'm awesome.
Ah, my morale only went up 2. Why can't I win? I need to hurry. My morning shift.
Yeah.
Oh no, failure. That's no good. Oh well, I'm gonna visit Aaron. Oops. Despite what happened last time, I still came to the hospital to check on Aaron. Oh, I killed the music. That sucked. Abigail was at his side most of the time, and it was almost impossible to find any alone time with him. But I didn't want to lose hope that I would eventually have a chance. After all, the only person who was really going to correct his memories was me. Abigail was perfectly happy to pull him deeper into her spider's web. Yeah! Shouldn't I be warning Eddie that she's basically keeping him from remembering by filling his head up with big, fat, blatant lies? I wasn't surprised to find Abigail in Aaron's room when I walked inside, but I couldn't help but frown when I saw her holding his hand. Don't touch him, bitch. It was more her words that bothered me, though. She was flirting with him shamelessly. Actually, crap. I saved it, and I don't know if I picked the wrong one, because I just realized that his relationship didn't go up in the last one. Well, poops. Oh well. I guess I'll wait. I listened to her words for just a few moments before I started to doubt why I had come. I didn't know if he really needed me there. He was smiling and looking perfectly happy to be with her, flirting right back. The forwardness I saw was something we'd never had, since we were always more considerate of each other's feelings. We were serious. We didn't want to be so fake or cliché. But that was the Aaron I knew and loved. My Aaron. The Aaron I was seeing now, though it pained me to say it, Abigail's Aaron. I knew that she would have the advantage with him, since she had much more time on her hands to come and visit him. Also, he probably remembers her, if they dated a while back. Because of my job, I couldn't be at his side nearly as much as she could be. I was there for him as much as I possibly could be, but that still wasn't enough. I took a deep breath and looked one more time at his smiling face and the happiness reflected in his eyes before shaking my head and leaving without going inside. At that moment, I didn't have a place in there or with him. I found myself wondering if he really would have a better life with Abigail. I don't like that. Let's reload that. Load. I felt undecided, but forced myself to go inside and act like nothing was amiss. Hi, Aaron. How are you feeling today? Oh, hello, Amy. I'm feeling a little better. It's all thanks to TLC. I suppose so. Aaron laughed at her comment and smiled at her warmly. Feeling forward, I walked over and held Aaron's other hand. His smile became a look of confusion. Excuse me, but what are you doing? I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Fewer headaches and such? Yeah, I almost feel healthy enough to read on my own. Hey, I'm still here, you know. I'd be happy to read to you if you like. Ha! Okay, that would be nice, thank you. He smiled and glanced at Abigail's infuriated expression before chuckling. Wow, Amy, you're ignoring Abby. You're almost ignoring Abby. Oh, Abigail? Hi, I didn't realize you were here. I guess I didn't notice you. Ooh. Abigail cast me the most venomous glare a girl could manage before letting go of Aaron's hand and storming out of the room. He looked a bit surprised at first, but he didn't seem so ill at ease when I laughed. Don't worry, that's just how she is. She'll be back soon enough. She's always like that. Pretty much, but it's okay. I'll keep you company. Ah, bitch. I don't know about talking with Eddie, but...
Yes!
Alright, and then back... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but it works.
Awesome!
I need to hurry. My morning shift to the ice cream shop starts soon. I can't seem to get, like, my morale any higher than what I already do.
I'm awesome.
Rumph. Well, I can visit him on the weekends in the morning. That's good.
Yeah!
Go to my room. Phone friends. I wonder if I can write a poem at this rate. Well, I broke that other one. I don't know if I needed to choose the other. Oh. Is that technically cheating?
That was easy.
There we go. I'm really satisfied with this poem. It took so long, but the final result was worth it. It's so romantic. Gosh, the stats are really hard to raise.
Yay!
Hooray! We're getting there. Almost at full morale.
Wasn't expecting this.
Ow, come on. What was that bull honky? Hey, he is alone.
Who's awesome? I'm awesome.
Oh no, Abigail has come to visit Aaron. Oh, I left. I didn't even, like, have to ask to leave. It was just like, nope, I'm done. Friday, new books, right? Yeah, borrow books. Update my blog.
Awesome.
Hooray! Not really sleepy, but I don't want to disturb Minda.
Who's awesome?
Hey, there we go. It's the weekend, so I'm going to visit Aaron in the morning. Oh, we can read a book. Let's do that.
That was easy.
Picking up a romance book was a very good move. He loved it, and he's eager to listen to more stories from me. Oh no, Abigail's come to see Aaron. Gosh, I just don't like her. I just don't like you. Oh, hold on. Dang it! Going back ruins the music! I was at the library browsing through the books when I wandered over to the romance section. It was a nice break, just to look around and read all the different titles. I walked up and down the rows of books, smiling fondly when I remembered the various familiar titles. I stopped when a particularly memorable title caught my eye. It had more significance than all the others, and there was no mistaking it for anything else. 3 Fates by Nora Roberts. They actually use real, authors. That's pretty cool. This book, Aaron got it for me. I kept my voice to a whisper when I spoke. The thought was bittersweet, and I smiled slightly nevertheless. Aaron had bought a copy of the book for me after we were together for a month. It had been such a pleasant surprise that he remembered Nora Roberts was my favorite romance author. I grabbed the book off the shelf, gathering my things, and went to the front desk to check out. I went straight to the hospital, and it didn't take long before I found myself in the now familiar hallway outside Aaron's room. Hi, Aaron's Faja. There was no sign of Abigail, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't relieved, but instead I found Asher in Aaron's room. It looked like they were having a somewhat serious conversation, so the topic died as soon as I walked in. Good afternoon. Hello. Hi, Amy. I shook Asher's hand and smiled politely before turning to Aaron. Did you like the books I brought the other day? Yeah, thanks. Abigail already read one of them to me. It was great. I'm glad to hear it. I have another one for you. I handed the book to him, my smile never fading. He took it and examined the cover curiously, flipping it over and to read the summary in the back. What is that? I'm just going to tell the truth, I think. We'll see. It's a copy of the book Aaron got me a month after we met as a present. It's a really great book. Isn't that a romance novel? Well, yeah, I thought it might be something that could help him remember the past if he saw it again. It sounds intriguing. Or interesting. Either way. Do you remember it at all? Aaron looked a bit apologetic and shook his head. Sorry, I don't remember. Oh, well, if you ever want to read it, I'm sure you'd like it. Okay, thanks again. Why did you bother bringing it? Sounds like a waste of time to me. My gaze fell to the floor and I felt the unpleasant feeling of guilt return. Sorry, I thought it might help. It didn't. Oh, I guess I should be vague. Father, you don't have to be so hard on her. Amy meant well. Oh, okay. Never mind. I felt my heart leap when I heard him defending me. Even if he didn't remember me, it still felt good, like he cared. Still, if we need to focus on professional methods of recovering your memory, that is a professional method, you dork. I'll be happy as long as you can remember, Aaron. I gently placed my hand over his and smiled with a nod. I'll do my best. Thanks, Aaron. Alrighty. Can I take classes? Practice writing, update my blog. I should probably write a poem. That should help with my romance.
Bring it on.
Hooray! One more time. Oh, I'm out of ideas. I need a break from the poetry today. Okay. Friends then. There we go.
That was easy.
Hooray! Morale is finally full. I think that this Sunday is a good day to stop there. So we'll visit Erin since we can visit it without ridiculous Abigail. I don't like her. Like at all. And so, yeah. It'll be nice. Actually, like, it'll be worth going for Erin's ending just to see the look on Abigail's face when it finally pops into Erin's head. Like, oh yeah, you're that manipulative bitch that I hate. Get the fuck out of here. But, anyways, we'll cover all that in the next episode. So until next time, peace out, y'all.